Hello and welcome, DFS farmers, to another live stream with DFS. Today we are taking a look at the Advent calendar that we have. It did start on the 1st. I know we're a couple of days late, well, 9 days late, but you know what? That's okay. It is the season, not just for going broke for some of us, thanks to Christmas around the corner, um, but for the holidays, for baking, for a lot of things this month. But for some of us, it's also the season for sniffles and coughs and colds and losing our voices. And guess what? That hit our household. So I do apologize for the late video, but we are finally starting to feel better. And I am finally able to do this video with you. So we are going to be showcasing exactly what 25 gifts that ICE has brought to us and the lovely creators that bring us all of these fantastic gifts that DFS, you know, the DFS creators build for all of us to keep us excited and to keep us coming back and spending all of our else so that way we always go broke and don't have enough else to go buy other stuff. And these creators know that they're doing that. They do. Because they keep making all these wonderful things and leave us with no money to go buy other things. At least that's how I always feel. I don't know about the rest of you, but I always feel that way. Like all those darn silkies. Oh my gosh, those are some of my favorite real life chickens, and I had to go buy a whole bunch of them. I usually don't breed chickens myself with DFS, but well, now I have to keep stocked up on chicken food. So I ended up building an accidental snow globe. I did. See, we have a dome, and if you take a look, there's actual snow falling. I built an accidental snow globe just to showcase these Advent items. So, because it's a little hard to res with the snow going, I thought it would be a cute little look to have them going. But for right now, we are going to, give me a second, let me remove the snow. We're going to detach this so it's off of my screen here. And we're going to find a nice flat surface right here in the snow so we can start showing these items. Ignore the messiness that is my thing here. But we are going to start, the way I opened it was in order. So in my inventory, it's going to go from the bottom to the top. So day one, and just so you know, with the calendar, it's not going to, you don't just go day one, you can only open day one's thing. Day two, you can only get day two's thing. You can go and get every single day's goodies every day. So if you didn't get a chance to get day 1 through 8, because you weren't in the world, you were sick, or for any reason, you can go get them now. You can go get day 1 through 25s at any time. So the team did that so that way you didn't have to worry about missing a day for whatever reason you weren't in world or anything like that. So do not worry if you missed out on any of these items. You can get them at any time and you can get as many as you want. It's not just a one-time purchase. If there is something like if you absolutely fall in love with one of these items, you can go buy as many of them as you want, which is just so awesome and amazing. I absolutely love that item option. And we have a bunch of items. We have some cooking utensils in here. We have some decor items. We have some stuffies. We have some of those new melties, which I know I'm a CSR and I should know all about them, but honestly, I haven't really messed with the melties that much yet. But I will show them off, and you know what? Over the next couple days, I will try and uh, play with them and take a look at them. I know they're just like melties in real life. I do believe you just get the melty warmer and they just kind of melt. If I remember right, as I said, I personally haven't played with them that much, but yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. This first one is just a fence. So you can kind of, place a little bit of decor in that. As you can tell from my inventory here, let's make it a little wider, that these are no copy, but like I said, you can buy multiple copies. So if you res these out and you see that you want to make an entire little fenced off section in that with them, you can go buy a whole bunch. I did not take a look at how much these are, but if I, just like most DFS things, they're probably going to be between 100 to 150 lindens. Um, like if you look up here, like the clicky here, that's 100 uses. Most likely that's just going to be 100 lindens, things like that. So it's usually pretty good right there. So here is what the fence pieces look like. If you take a look and try and put them together, here, let's try. Let's zoom over here. If you take a look, they do fit together pretty well so far. So yeah, if you wanted to, make a whole, get a bunch of these and put them together. So see, if you take a look, they do fit together pretty well. So see, you can't really even tell that that is not an entire little piece right there. So they do fit together pretty well. The creators did a really good job on that. So that is all that is. It's just a little gingerbread little fence there. So it's just that cute little decor piece. You can mix and match and do all of that. So there you go. That was day one. Now day two, as I said, we're going from the top, from the bottom to the top. We have this is a mixing bowl. So it is a prep station, guys. And if you take a look, it has a little gingerbread man, gingerbread girl there with the rolling pin. The bowl right here. Let's see if we can cam in down there. It does say gingerbread kisses and Christmas wishes. So a cute little saying there. And it is pretty small. It only has a land impact of 3, so it's not that primmy. But it is pretty small. So if you're like me, that I like the small little cooking utensils because you can fit a whole bunch in a really in an area, and you can, makes for really nice bulk cooking. So that one right there, that is day two. And as I said, this next one here is a Melties warmer. So this here, you would put the Melty on it. See, you would click on it, you would click on load, and it would load the cube of the Melty cube into it, and it would start to melt that Melty there. And you can clean out the used Melty. And of course, you can resize it. If you ever disable it, do not worry. You can always get the resize menu if you decide to resize it later by just re-resing the Melty warmer. In other words, just picking it up, taking it into inventory, and re-resing it just like this. So you disable it, click disable. All you do is you just get the clean and load menu so that doesn't go away. If you were to pick it up, res it back out and click on it again once it all loads up, you will get that resize menu once again, so it never permanently goes away. Just got to re-res it. All right, now that was day 3. On to day 4, you do get a coffee maker. Let's see what this coffee maker looks like. If you take a look, it is just looks like a coffee maker with that cute little design right there. And of course, 2 little marshmallow men. I can't tell if the marshmallow man on top is trying to pick him up or push him off. Good question, huh? I guess that just depends on what kind of person you are. Depends on how you see him, huh? All right, so again, we do have that resize menu. Same rules apply. If you click on disable, you ever want to get it back, just re-res that coffee maker. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on. That was day 4. Day 5 is a mixer. So it's just like a lot of if you're very familiar with the KitchenAid brand of mixers, right there, that's what it looks like. It's the KitchenAid mixer that most of us either have or we have seen in many, many households. I personally don't have one, but my mother-in-law just lives off of it. So of course you have your little poinsettia leaf up there, Farm Sweet Farm on the side. Does have that resized menu there. And it does come in that nice bright red that is very so very familiar with Again, the mixer is a prep station. All right. Now, next up, we do have another prep table. And I want to, for some odd reason, I'm getting the idea, I keep getting a feeling that the mixer is not a prep station. Give me a second. I'm over in another tab here real quick, pulling up in the DFS marketplace here. Because I know we have a regular mixer as well. So let me see here. Trying to pull up the DFS marketplace. Come on. I should have it saved to my favorites, but I keep forgetting to. Okay, let's do this the easy way. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm going to still go with that mixer as a prep station because I know the closest thing that we have is a blender, and that's a prep station. So if for any reason I am wrong, correct me in the comments down below, and I'm happy with the correction. If I'm ever wrong, I'm happy to correct it. Now this right here, again, this one definitely is a prep table. It says so right in the title, prep table. It is called a baker's board, but most of us know it more as a cutting board, or we all have our own little things for it. Me, I always call it a mat, but you have that, your rolling pins with your spatulas, your spoons, and all of those there. And again, you get that resized menu. You have all of those, and it comes in your nice bright Christmas colors, your reds, your greens. Reminds me of a candy cane and mints. That's what it reminds me of. All right, so let's go ahead and take that in. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was day 6. Now on to day 7. We are coming into some of our decor items. This one right here is just a nice little hanging cookie board. This right here says gingerbread spice and everything nice. That's what Christmas is made of. It has little gingerbread men on it, so really cute. That's a really, really adorable little texture there. And if you look on the side, it's just plain wood. And as I said, this is just a decor item. You do not get a texture menu on it. It is just that little decor item. Next up, again, now all the next couple of items is just decor. This is a place setting. A nice little red place setting with silverware, a wine glass, the whole 9 yards. Let's see something. Oh no, that clickable is my ground. So again, this does not have a resize menu, so it is just that decor piece. All right. So next up on our decor is looks like we have all right, this is basically a wall hanging. This one says sleigh rides and hot cocoa. The magic of Christmas never ends. These are both put together, but if you are, okay, they are no modify. So I was going to say if you are pretty savvy and if they are modifiable, usually a lot of times if you click the edit link, you'd be able to move them around, but these are no modify, so do just come as this. And that is how you would move them around. But it's sweet, simple, you know, that's how it is. But I still think it's adorable. I love the little Rudolph down there. That's just adorable. And last, before we get into the stuffies, this one is called Mary Berry Palettes. And it's just a little palette decor, something you'd put up against your wall, or you can kind of lean it up against something, kind of slanted or so forth. And it's just berry wreath. And look, this one you can resize. You have your little garland of pine, your I want to say cranberry wreaths, I think, and just made out of a palette. Super simple but super adorable. All right, so those were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was day 7, 8, 9, and 10. So starting on day 11, we have the Stuffies. So this time we are going to cam into me because most of these Stuffies you can wear. So let's take a look. Let's add this to me. All right, so this is what the first Stuffy looks like. It is a nice big reindeer. This is Roddy the reindeer. He is a little big, and apparently I'm going to start chewing on its antler. That's okay. This one's mine. I can chew on the antler if I want to. But he is adorable. You hold him by the belly, and his head is just right there. That's okay. You need a little, something to put your head on sometimes. You get tired from shopping, it works. All right, next is Frosty the Snowman. Let's take a look at our DFS rendition of Frosty. That's the way that we hold Frosty. I agree. That's the way that we hold him. Frosty needs to be a two-handed hold. I will agree with that. Now let's see if we can cam in just a little bit there. So we have his scarf. We have his, you can kind of he gets to look over the hand a little bit. So that is how Frosty looks as you hold him. All right, now next is a penguin. I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people who love their penguins. And it's just a cute little Santa penguin. He has his little Santa hat. Even though I will give it that his eyes kind of give me a little help me look. Which I kind of, I don't know about you, but me, I kind of like that look, that little, you know, help me. She's stressing me about, against my will type thing. Think about the dogs. Those dogs that you see that their owners dress them up and you just want to, help them and free them of those clothes. That's kind of how that penguin looks to me with those eyes. It makes me smile when I look at that penguin. All right. So next we have another reindeer. This one, it's Randall the reindeer. Okay. So a lot of you guys will know who Wolf is. The foul-mouthed husband of mine. This is the stuffy I would give to him. This guy looks like he's had just enough to be able to deal with Wolf. He's gotten into the lights enough. He's just tired enough to just be like, okay, yeah, whatever. Uh-huh. I like this reindeer. I like this one. I like this one. This is the one I'll save to Wolf and hand to him when I can finally get him to log back in. All right, next is for all you panda lovers. This is the one that you want. This is Passy the panda. And super simple, so easy panda. It's just that smiling little panda with the Santa hat on. Nice little smiley face. Happy to be here for Christmas, and happy to join you for all of your shopping. Super simple and easy. All right. So I am going to wear Frosty for the rest of this video. All right. So now next, let's take a look at these lunch boxes. So first up, we have Santa's mug. So let's take a look. So it looks like, let's see, on the mug itself, we have a little elf face. And it looks like the elf is trying to get into the hot chocolate with the candy cane. I like that. And if you take a look, they're keeping with the tradition of adding where you can add and subtract the 10, the 10 uses. Now I want to try something. Let's see if they fixed it. And they did. I know in some of the earlier ones where they did where you can add or subtract the 10 uses, the subtracting the 10 uses didn't always work. So anytime I get a new lunchbox with those, I always test that because it didn't always work. So, but that is the mug lunchbox, the Santa's mug. I think that one is adorable. All right, so next one is the Holiday Bauble lunchbox, and it's just like it sounds. It is just a holiday ornament lunchbox. Super simple and easy on what it looks like. And again, this one you can resize. And again, it does the multiple uses or the single use for the adding or subtracting. But not a whole lot to say with this. Super simple. It's a holiday bauble. All right, so next is, let's see, I think, oh no, this is two different lunch boxes here. You know what, let's go ahead and put both of these down. So we got, this one is the Christmas Farm lunchbox, and this one is the Working Christmas lunchbox. So this one just says Farmhouse Christmas on the front with the plaid design. And this one looks like the old school lunchbox. It just says Merry Christmas on the front. Pretty straightforward, self-explanatory, pretty awesome looking lunchboxes. Again, you know, multiple uses or multiple, to add multiple add for the uses on there and everything else. So again, pretty straightforward on those. And then last but not least, we have a backpack lunch bag. This one is a Frosty the Snowman lunchbox. Now again, remember these ones you can actually wear as a backpack. We've had several of these, and I know these can be rather popular because a lot of people do like to wear these as a backpack. And again, same thing, you can resize them, and they do have the multiple ad for the uses and so forth. All right, and last but not least, we do have several clickies. I am going to go ahead and just res out all of these clickies because most of us do know what clickies do. They do replace this. Let me pull this down here so I can show you for those of you who are not very familiar with the clickies. It replaces the use of this care button right here. So instead of clicking on that care when you are brushing animals or pruning your trees, you can click on a clicky instead of clicking on that care button. So let's move that out of the way so I can cam around to these. All right, so our first one, we have this little girl. She is Alfie the elf. And she is holding a stocking and candy cane, and she is just adorable. The next one here is we have the little sandwich board with the farmhouse icon, or farmhouse, the sandwich board with the farmhouse on it, and the little gnome next to it. We have a little gumball machine with Christmas baubles in it, or gumballs, it's kind of hard to tell. And next we have just Christmas lights on, together. We have a cute little snowman clicky. And okay, yeah, that was 5 of them. So we have these adorable little clickies right over here. And those are the amazing goodies you can get over in the Advent calendar. Like I said, I don't remember the exact prices, but from what I do remember, I do believe they're about 100 to 150 lindens. I do think some of them are as low as 50 lindens, but please don't quote me on that. But I don't believe any are above 150. So beyond that, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to hit the like button below. And if you did enjoy this video and you'd like to be notified anytime I do any of these others, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that way YouTube will let you know when I either upload or I am live with any other videos. Um, and I will be back with either more vlogs, more tutorials, or, just to let you know what's going on with DFS and, you know, any other exciting news going on. All right, guys, happy farming, and I hope you all have wonderful holidays no matter how or what you celebrate this month. Take care and have fun.